Your favorite shirt is a long white tee that doesn't go down to your knees, but it almost goes there. It starts at the chest. I like 15 or younger. ... Ha ha ha. Space. Not kidding. Winky face. That's your shirt. You all the time.
Honestly, I think it's
all the time.
It's a funny shirt.
The other one is I sell drugs. Parentheses. Coke, meth, and heroin. Your address is on the bottom.
Your address. 30 seconds. Go.
The second one. It's a cool job.
You're gonna advertise your address all the time.
Who's gonna write that
Wait,
down?
he already here?
It took me like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what you usually do, bro. That's how I'm like, that's what you fucking used
I'm
to.
admitting I'm a pedophile, and one's like, oh, I'm a cool drug dealer.
Your address is on the second one. You're fine having your address like all the time?
Anywhere I move, I just print a new shirt that has that.
Yeah. Yeah. You're up to date. You're not gonna move and like, oh, you keep the old address. Like, nah, like people need to know where to find you. I'm not making you sell drugs. It's just a shirt you have. I'm not making you do it. I'm not making you fuck teens in the first one. I'm not making you sell
It's just
drugs.
the
It's
shirt,
clear cut. It's clear cut. The second shirt, because if I walk around with that, I have to walk around people that A, will want to do those things, and B, go through the trouble of find my house and go there and then ask me for drugs and
you're just
expect
gonna
me to
say,
not be a
yeah.
cop.
There's nothing really wrong
Maybe there's
about
less
like people
issues.
knowing your address. Like you throw out junk mail all the time. That's
Just
your name
Google
and
someone's
address
house.
on it.
I mean, there are some people I know who I don't know. I want them to know where I live, but it's like, I mean, you would say like, can you take it as a joke? No, there's no such thing as ironic pedophilia. So
Yes.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm going with the second one.
Yeah.
No, Max makes you want to do this.
With the address thing, it's
What's gonna happen?
you try and memorize an address, and then it's like you forget it. You know, it's like you got to write that shit down. It's like in order to really memorize it, I have to be like standing there talking to you for a while, right?
You're right. I know what my thinking is, and it's, I guess, just very circumstantial.
Yeah.
I've had cops post up outside my house. I've
one of
had
those
cops
things-
post up outside my house off of suspicion, and I just know that if I myself walked around with a shirt saying I sell drugs, I
See,
will.
you're like in a unique position.
But I know when you guys started talking, I was like, oh, that never even crossed your minds, and I'm like, you know what? Nobody said that, and I'm like, oh, like they're not even
Right,
they're-
different worlds.
You're not thinking about cops posting outside your house because of potential drug sales and harassment. You're not worried about harassment. The harassment you're thinking about is like random strangers who are just gonna see an address and they're like, yeah.
Oh,
who
yeah,
ca-
yeah.
Yeah, but who cares about I never even thought about random strangers harassing you. I was thinking about police, DEA,
Right,
enforcement,
Yeah.
knowing address and but
in
That
spite of
never
that,
even-
in spite of that,
that
you're
never even
still
crossed
not,
your
you're not
mind.
picking the first one.
I feel like they wouldn't need a shirt to, catch on to you about that, and they wouldn't spend the resources off a T-shirt.
Bro, they
would.
post up a lot less, man. They post up, I'm telling you, I've had cops post up my house.
But would you
multiple times.
prefer the first
Well,
shirt?
that's yeah. Stop wearing that T-shirt then.
No, he's talking like, oh, smart.
Yeah, I do take the second. I do take the second. Just
A little more reluctantly take the second.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate because I can't do any of the things I like to do anymore because I have to watch myself a lot more carefully. I'm not gonna sell any of the drugs I'm pouring in the shirt, but any suspicious activity I do now, I'm being watched.
You're
Which is
you're
really
bringing a lot more
fucked up.
attention to
Yeah.
yourself.
Which is really fucked up because the police care more about that
I
than
have been,
pedophiles.
I've been pulled over twice in an Uber because I come out my whatever the Uber driver I live on Ave and it's busy during the day. They have to circle and whatever, and a cop sees circle, and a guy comes out with his backpack because I don't drive and I have to have my stuff. Like you notice I don't fucking bring my backpack anymore. Because I get in the car and the Uber in the back and it's like, oh, it seems like they're just circling the block doing it whatever, and the cop pulls always like, you're circling. It's like, oh, it's a fucking Uber. He's like, oh yeah, you sit in the back, like you know him. I'm like, no, I don't. I just got in the fucking Uber. It's something that I experienced, and now I realize I'm like, ow, like you guys didn't even fucking think that. Which is like, nah, like it's dope. It's dope because
It's fucked up.
I didn't realize the levels. I didn't realize like you're totally fucking right. I only took it just because I don't like to be associated as a fucking pedophile, and I guess I'll try to behave myself, and I won't be out late anymore because every time it is
Like
like.
hang around playgrounds and shit.
Well, it's like if you
Yeah.
have a kid, you certainly can't take
Yeah,
your
that's
kid
what
to
I'm
a playground.
saying, yeah.
Or to like any school play.
So that shirt stops me from having a family, I think.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that shirt stops me from having a
I
family.
think that's the defining.
I can have a very weird, shitty family with the second one.
Yeah, I see how with that logic it makes it much tougher.
Yeah.
I've been pulled over
Yeah,
twice. I've been pulled over twice in an Uber. I've been pulled over a billion times, but I've been pulled over twice in an Uber
yeah.
because I get into a car late at night with my backpack on because that's literally just how I travel, and I literally just can't hold everything in my fucking hand. They fucking prey on my Uber drivers, and I feel so bad for all of them. I end up tipping them way too much because, unfortunately, I guess it's my fault. Like, you know?
Yeah.
It's not your fault at all.
No, it's like
Well, yeah, it's not his
It's
fault.
like
but
zero
there's-
your fault.
Yeah,
It's because of him, but
yes.
it's not his fault.
Yes, it's, yeah, okay.
We
Yeah, it's
can-
not my
we
fault.
can-
My
we-
fault is the wrong word, but it is because of me. It's not my fault. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I didn't.
We could get into a big conversation about police and discrimination right now, but it is a speed round.
Yeah, I think we should finish this up, refill our drinks, and continue to the
Yes.
main event.
Yes.
All right, guys, we're closing up the bar for tonight. Hope you enjoyed everything. Would you rather like and subscribe this video or click the link to the next video? Your call.